Welcome to the Wizard of Radical Self-Respect. My name is Jared Mello. Today we're going to be going over the silent treatment. And first we're going to go over what kinds of people do the silent treatment, and then what is the silent treatment, and then what is not the silent treatment, because that's important to go over too. But first, what kinds of people do the silent treatment? Emotionally immature people can do the silent treatment. Manipulative people can do the silent treatment. People with personality disorders can do the silent treatment. But in particular, the covert narcissist likes to do the silent treatment because the silent treatment is the ultimate form of passive aggressiveness. But it's also important to note, narcissistic people do not have a monopoly on toxic behaviors. That's important to remember too. Anyone can do this. But the silent treatment is when someone cuts off all communication and refuses to talk to someone else, usually because they've been called out for something, or the other person did something the covert narcissist or whomever doesn't like. And they will use the silent treatment to punish, to control, to manipulate, and to maybe play the victim. And their goal in doing this is to regain the power in the situation and get the other person, who probably didn't even do anything wrong, to get that person coming to the person doing the silent treatment and needing their approval again. Because, say when a covert narcissist does this, it's a passive way to threaten the relationship, and they are punishing you for something that you did. So say you called them out for something, and then they will do the silent treatment. They are punishing that behavior. They are punishing the holding someone accountable behavior, so you will be less likely to do it in the future. And that holds true for any behavior they're going to punish like that, or try to punish. That's their way of passively saying, they don't like what you just did, don't do it again, or I'm going to remove my love, attention, and affection. Very childish, and it's important to recognize this for what it is. A childish tactic to control and to manipulate other people, and to manage other people's impression of them too. They want people to come to them and maybe think they've done something wrong, maybe even apologize. But more likely than not, they didn't do something wrong. It's just a manipulation tactic to get something, say, the covert narcissist wants. Now, it's important to note also what isn't the silent treatment. It isn't the silent treatment to take a break from a heated conversation. I think that's more of a mature thing to do, to cool down so you don't say anything you will regret later. That's the mature thing to do. Some people confuse that with the silent treatment though. Taking a break is not the silent treatment as long as you mention to people in the beginning, hey, if a conversation gets too heated, sometimes I gotta step away for a minute. And that's just how I handle conflict. I will come back at some point, because that's important too. You can't just say you're going to step away and then never come back to it, and then try to sweep it under the rug by avoiding it. That would be not too good, and more of a passive-aggressive way to go about things as well. But you take a break, and then you come back to it, okay. Now, how long would that break be? That really all depends, right? Hopefully not too long. Hopefully within a couple days or so at the longest. But hey, whatever people decide is okay in that dynamic, who am I to say they're wrong if it works for them? Another thing that is not the silent treatment is when you cut somebody off who has consistently mistreated or disrespected you, or you go no contact with a narcissist. That is something narcissistic people will say when you go no contact with them. Oh, you're just using the silent treatment against me. But this is a sneaky way that the narcissist is trying to weaponize the terminology they've used, or maybe they've learned in therapy themselves. If they go, they will say, this is the silent treatment, when in reality, you're just going no contact as an act of self-love for yourself. That is not the silent treatment. That is the narcissistic person, in this case, flipping the script and trying to gaslight you, more than likely to get you to break no contact with them so they can cycle you back through the stages of abuse, love bombing, devaluing, and discarding. Don't do that. Stay no contact. That is not the silent treatment. That is an act of self-love for yourself. Now, one more thing to mention here. Say someone does ghost us, or even if it is the silent treatment, once we've matured a little bit and it's not a narcissistic person that's done it, perhaps, it's not a narcissist, it is sometimes good to reflect on your own behavior too, because sometimes it is possible you did mess up, and someone maybe doesn't have the communication skills to mention it and to bring it up in a healthy manner. But I'm not saying anything is definitely your fault. Sometimes it's just good, though, to leave that possibility open that, hey, maybe we did mess up a little bit, and there's something on our own side of the street we should take a look at. But usually, if it's a covert narcissist, for example, and all you did was call them out or do something that they didn't like, that's on them. The silent treatment is a childish way to go about things. It's a childish way to control, to manipulate, or to punish someone else so that they can get what they want. And maybe they'll get an apology out of you. Maybe they'll just reinforce you not holding them accountable again, or they will reinforce you not doing whatever behavior prompted the silent treatment. So that's my video here about the silent treatment. I would love to hear your thoughts below on what I said here. If you got this far, please remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you liked the video, and share this video with others that you think might benefit from learning more about the silent treatment and what the silent treatment is not. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.